Alright guys, so Fula coming at you with another video. Shout out to the whole LDBC. Make sure you download the app. Make sure you sign up for the free membership on the website, Lions Den Boxing. So, shout out to Fanon the Don for this information that he gave about the topic that we have. You know, I just want to pretty much cook off of what he was saying in his video about the topic. So it appears that Vasyl Lomachenko has some choice remarks for Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis. He basically said to a United Kingdom-based reporter that, you know, Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, they're not athletes, they're businessmen, and that, you know, they fight for money, and that he fights for glory. He wants to fight the top guys and stuff like that, this, that, and the other. You know, those were the words, that he's in it for the glory and stuff like that, right? I'm going to say this. I have to agree with him in the sense that Floyd Mayweather is now a businessman. Floyd Mayweather does not care about, like, fighting the top competition. Floyd Mayweather is at a point in his career where he's retired and exhibition fights are okay with him, you know, for some extra paychecks. As far as Gervonta Tank Davis, I have to say that I disagree. Gervonta Davis probably wants the fights. He probably wants the top guys, you know, but again, he's signed to a promoter. His promoter is going to dictate his career. I'm pretty sure he'll fight these guys, but he has to fight who's in front of him. But to say that he's not an athlete, that's kind of ridiculous, you know. I agree with, in the sense that Floyd Mayweather is not an athlete right now because he's retired and he's just doing exhibition fights and whatnot. And yeah, he's a businessman. He owns Mayweather Promotions. You know, he runs a business. My question to Vasyl Lomachenko, is there anything wrong with that? If you paid your dues already? And this is not me defending Floyd Mayweather, because there's a lot of things that Floyd Mayweather does that I'm like, dude, just stop and promote your fighters. Just shut up and promote, you know. That's how I feel some of the time. But my thing is, how are you going to say this about him when, about them I should say, when the object of boxing is to make money? The object of prize fighting is to make money and to leave with all your senses in order. That's the object of prize fighting. That's the main objective, is that when you're getting into prize fighting, you want to make money. That's what you get into prize fighting for, is to make money. That's why they call it prize fighting. Is there anything wrong with that? Here's the thing. Nobody told Vasyl Lomachenko to do 2 Olympic tours. I mean, he could have did one Olympic and then went pro, right? Nobody told him to stay for 2 Olympics. So, another thing too, nobody told him to sign the top rank. Here's the thing about Top Rank. I think, honestly, the reason why Vasyl Lomachenko made those comments, honestly, this is how I feel. I really feel this way. The reason why Vasyl Lomachenko made those comments is because he doesn't have anybody to fight at top rank. And if you know the inner workings of top rank, you know that Bob Arum likes to make in-house fights, okay? That's like a policy of his, is that it has to be an in-house fight. Or if it's not an in-house fight, that opponent has to be like grossly mismatched with the guy that he's fighting. The whole Guillermo Rigondeaux situation. That was how should I say? That was not an in-house fight, right? But look at the odds that were going against him. 2 weight classes and inactivity. He couldn't get the fight at 126. He had to move up to 130. And of course, like, come on now, man. Many of us hope that, Rigo will pull it out, but, let's be real, man. It was just like a gross mismatch, man. Everybody and their mom knew that was mismatch, right? So, for Vasyl Lomachenko to, say the things he's saying and stuff like that, he really needs to, chill the hell out, man. Because, when you look at Floyd's time at top rank, right? That dude had a hell of a schedule, man. Pretty Boy Floyd had a hell of a schedule. Pretty Boy Floyd was an athlete, okay? Pretty Boy Floyd was a hell of an athlete. Speed, quickness, length, agility, all types of things. And Tank right now shares some of those attributes. Now, if he were to say that, that Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis don't have the athlete's mentality, then I can understand that. I can see some truth to that. But when you say that Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta aren't athletes, who are you fooling? Gervonta is an athlete. He shares some of the attributes that Floyd had. Speed, big time punching power, strong, agility, kind of long, fast twitch muscles. Both of them have them fast twitch muscles. But the thing is this. When you look at Floyd's schedule and who he fought, it's not even close, bro. It really isn't even close to... You can't even compare Vasyl Lomachenko to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was a champion at 21 years old. Vasyl Lomachenko was still trying to do all this stuff in the amateurs. So you can't even compare the two, man. It would be foolish to compare them. The thing is about Vasyl Lomachenko is he should question if he's even an athlete, because of the simple fact that he really doesn't have any choice in who he fights. He fights whoever Bob Arum wants him to fight. Right? And even with the guys he fought, with his resume right now, I'm just going to straight out and say it, man. Like, those guys that he fought, there were circumstances that, you know, would make like him be the favorite in the fight. He's never fought a fight where there's a chance that he can lose that fight. He's never fought in a fight like that, you know, with the exception of his loss. But even they were thinking that, hey, this guy's going to walk through Salido. That's what they were thinking. But, you know, that wasn't the case. This definitely wasn't the case, you know. So, with that being said, let's compare the two. Let's compare Floyd with Vasyl Lomachenko. Let's compare them. Pretty Boy Floyd and Money Mayweather. Pretty Boy Floyd, I mean, he fought the likes of Diego Corrales, Angel Manfredi, you know, Mashambe Mitchell, Demarcus Corley, Justin Juco, Phila Indo, and Arturo Gatti, Zab Judah. I mean, this dude fought some names. He had a very, very tough schedule. And Bob Arum still kind of didn't appreciate what he had. You know, despite Floyd going through this tough schedule, because he went through a very, very difficult schedule. You know, even when you look at Money Mayweather, right? Who did Money Mayweather fight? He fought Maidana. He fought Canelo. Alright? He fought some hell of a name when he got into Money Mayweather phase. I mean, seriously. Like, I'm just saying, man. So, what I want to say in a nutshell is that Floyd had the more difficult schedule than Vasyl Lomachenko ever had and probably ever will have. Just being honest. The thing is, as I said before, competition and pickings are looking slim at Top Rank. He doesn't have anybody to fight. So I think that's where these comments come from. And I'm just going to keep it honest with you, man. Bob Arum will not make a Mikey Garcia or a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. He's not going to make those fights, man. Because if there's some belts on the line, and there's a chance that those belts could be taken because the guy Vasyl Lomachenko are up against will snatch those things and beat him, then, like, what makes you think that he's going to make this fight? Like, really? Bob Arum pairs boxers with who he knows they will win against. When have you seen Bob Arum pair two boxers together where one has a chance at winning against the favorite? When have you known him to do that recently? You know? Now, I want to say one more thing too, man. I want to say one more thing. How can you not see Floyd Mayweather as an athlete, a true athlete in the past? I'm talking about in the past. How can you not see Floyd Mayweather as a true athlete when he fought Jose Castillo? And many people thought that fight was close. Many people thought that Castillo won that fight. What did Floyd do? He said, okay, run it back. Let's run it back. Second time, beat him more convincingly. Many people thought that Maidana won the fight because he won a couple of rounds, right? So what did Floyd do? He said, okay, run it back. I'm going to run it back, right? And so the second time, he did it more convincingly. Lomachenko has not rematched his loss. He has not avenged his loss. You know, you would think that someone who you got beat by, you would want to rematch him and be like, okay, let's run it back then. He has had no desire to do such thing. And I'm just going to keep it, another thing to keep in mind. Lomachenko isn't much of an athlete either. I mean, he's a blown up 135. He's a blown up 135, and his arms are short. All right, his arms are short. And yeah, he doesn't really have that many athletic attributes. What gets him by is his boxing IQ. He has incredible boxing IQ. But when it comes to just physical attributes, he doesn't have them, man. And so, that's all I got for now, guys. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this whole thing. Let me know if you think he just reaching because he don't got no fights or whatever the case may be. Off till the next one, guys. Anjala.